But are there any serious questions?
I'm just concerned about the amount of rubbish and how we teach our students to evaluate that. Your example with Martin Luther King is an exact point. But the other thing is also about people editing each other's viewpoints. It only takes usually about 3 or 4 comments down in the comments before it turns into a slagging match. And usually it's quite racist or sexist or everything. And you know, I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah. We have to educate that that isn't the way, that was the rules of using this, that you don't do that. That isn't how you do it. And then if you do access stuff online, we give them skills to be able to make judgments about that and to evaluate the validity of it. But whether we do that in our science lesson or we do it in a generic IT lesson, again, it's open to your policymakers to decide that. But you're right, every day there is a new tool on there. You just can't keep up with it. So you have to give them the skills to be able to make judgment about what they need to use and how to use it well, I think.
I mean, I agree. There's an example of Yahoo Answers or any answers. Or
Yeah.
You imagine that that's going to have something that's factual. And people write their answers to these questions that look convincing. But that's utter rubbish. And they're completely factually wrong. And they don't look at it.
So your students, you have to say to them, when you read that one, you really need to be saying, hang on. And they come to you and check that you are, that you as an expert in that area are happy with that. But this is how they're going to access information. They already do that at the moment. Yes?
It does become something that they're working on a research paper or something like that. Especially, so I do sometimes tell them, okay, go on only valid university sites, look up those papers. However, there are times when they actually go and the first thing that comes up in Google search, they actually go there and they get that information. And there are times when I'm not actually able to locate whether this is genuine or not. So what do we do there?
It just seems to me that, I don't know where this happens, but we just need to make them really critical users of search engines. I mean, nobody ever explains to us how a search engine works, and how the domain address works, and how people can manipulate that to be the top one. I don't know where that's done in schools, but yet these students are doing it. So maybe, curriculum developers here, maybe that needs to be part of the curriculum, if that's what makes us teach them how to do this. But that's really, really important, and it's such a problem. You're absolutely right. And it's about educating them, I believe, to understand the limitations of having that top one and being really critical of that and just engaging with it. Yes?
A bit of a name comment, and I heard what you said about pseudoscience, but I do wonder in 20 years' time, there's quite a bit on the popular media about the health effects of technology that we use.
Yeah.
Mobile.
Do you want to come here? You over here? Do you just?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the point was the health effects of using this technology. Either you're talking about EM radiation, sitting down, having a very sedentary lifestyle.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, and looking at a computer screen. Now, I've tried, I am a parent here, and I have to admit I have failed here, because I have tried desperately with my son isn't as bad, but my daughter spends so much time, and I take her out, and we go and take her to the gym, and, but this is what she does. When she comes back from school, she's online, and she has her phone with her all the time, and I don't know, other than locking her up, and taking it away. And I don't know that will help either, because that's what my dad used to do with me. No, he didn't, but it's so hard, isn't it? But this is the world we're coming into, and it's about education, I think. It really is. Yes?
I'd like to know where the expert will be in 5 years' time, because what technology has done is given a voice to anybody.
Yeah.
And now there will be no difference. It used to be that if you were a journalist, you had to have a certain standard of. Now it's just a personality and whatever just being loud. Where will teachers be in terms of being professionals in the future, where people will just be accessing information randomly without any sort of...
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that, because... Oh, so the point was that anybody can now write, and it's rubbish sometimes, and that it used to be the case that journalists who were experts could actually, they had the right to publish this, but it was all valid stuff, was the point. It's there, it's happening. What I would argue is that you need to look at good sites, sources that you know are going to be okay. I mean, the broadsheet papers in the UK are excellent, and they have all been written really well, and I trust them. I trust the BBC website, because I know that the people who've written that have been moderated in terms of what they've written. There are other sites where there's a little rubbish on there that I wouldn't look at. So what I have to do is to say to my students, look, here are the sites that I think that are really good. And these ones here, you need to be very wary of. But they are going to be there. We're not going to be able to stop this. It's there, it's happening, it's how our students are using it. So it's about, as I say again, educating them about how to use it well. Okay?